Welcome to the Vedic Mystics channel. In this video, we will analyze the Vedic chart of JD Vance to see if it predicts a victory for him in the 2024 US election. JD Vance was born on August 2nd, 1984 at 8:11 a.m. in Middletown, Ohio. His chart shows a Leo ascendant in the Magha nakshatra. This indicates the penchant for leadership and dominance. His moon is in Virgo in the Chitra nakshatra, both indicating an analytical mind. Let us now examine the strength of each of the planets. A planet is ordinary if it does not have a primary strength or weakness. Sun and Moon are ordinary. Mars is the Yogakaraka. However, strength-wise, it is ordinary as well. Mercury is in his ascendant, giving it Digbala, and Mercury is Vargotama. Jupiter is in its own sign, is retrograde, and is in its sign of exaltation in the D9 chart. Venus is also in its sign of exaltation in the D9 chart. Saturn is in its sign of exaltation in the D1 chart and in its own sign in the D9 chart. We will skip Rahu and Ketu because they are not relevant to the topic of this video. Jupiter, Mercury, and Saturn are strong in his chart. The Lagna is very important in Vedic astrology. It predicts whether an individual can take advantage of the opportunities that come their way. A strong Lagna allows yogas or opportunities in the chart to fructify. JD's chart has a strong first house because it is aspected by Jupiter and has Mercury in this house. However, the first lord is in the 12th house. This creates a mixed bag. The first lord is weak, but the first house is strong. The Karaka for the first house is Sun, which is in the 12th house. Therefore, the strength of the Lagna is slightly weak, indicating that he may not be able to fully utilize the opportunities that come his way. Next, let us consider the yogas. JD Vance has a powerful Hamsa Mahapurusha yoga. This is formed by Jupiter. From the moon, per classical definition, I consider this to form from the ascendant as well because I consider the 5th and 9th houses as well for this yoga. This is the most important and powerful yoga in his chart. He has weak Kesari and Dharma Karmadipati yogas as well. Jupiter is clearly the most yogic planet in his chart. Finally, let us look at the dasha sequences in his life. JD runs Mars followed by Rahu for the first 24 years of his life. Mars activates the 6th, 8th, and 12th houses and lords, and Rahu activates the 12th house and lord as well. Therefore, these periods show ups and downs and much hardship. In April of 2008, JD starts his Jupiter Dasha. Jupiter, as explained before, is the most powerful and yogic planet in his chart. The Jupiter period from April 2008 to April 2024 bestows upon JD success after success. He completes his law degree from the prestigious Yale Law School. He gets married, has 3 children, writes a bestseller, has a successful career, and finally becomes a US Senator towards the end of this period. Let us dig deeper into the factors that are activated in his chart at the time of his Senate race. In November 2022, the time of his Senate election, he runs Jupiter and Rahu. Jupiter is the fifth lord in the fifth house, indicating fame. Rahu is in the 10th house of career, activating the first lord's sun as its nakshatra lord. Therefore, this period activates his first and fifth lords, predicting his win in the Senate race. JD Vance's chart is a good example of how a single strong and yogic planet can change one's life. Now let us look at the current period and how it shapes up for the 2024 presidential elections in the US. JD has completed his Jupiter period and starts his Saturn period in April of 2024. Saturn is also strong in JD's chart. However, the Saturn and Mars conjunction is not viewed favorably. Saturn and Mars have opposing energies, with Mars wanting to move fast while Saturn slowing things down. Saturn is the stronger planet in this conjunction and therefore will have the final say. Also, Saturn does not activate the fifth house of fame or the first house of the self directly. Saturn does not activate the energy of Jupiter either. We will not get into what the Saturn period will bring out in JD's life. That is not the focus of this video. We can therefore conclude that the Saturn period does not predict a win for JD in 2024.